Hey, it's me again. Um, I've got a video trying to download to YouTube, and I put a question there to have an understanding for people. Um, when is the truth a lie and a lie a truth? Okay. I'm going to get on to the higher education platform here a little bit. For all the people out there that thinks that they need to be in an Ivy League school, they need to think they need higher education. The rudimentary elements of our life deals in such basic facts, okay, from day-to-day living, that a higher education, to me, and most people, if I think about it, is fundamentally unacceptable because they take you into an organization. This is how shrewd for me that it is. You pay them people hundreds of thousands of dollars. I can't even pick a college, but I know that the outrageous cost of it is for most people, they could have them a beautiful home and a beautiful car paid for. Okay, just to say that they have a higher learning degree from these upper colleges. Okay, point one to be made. If you are in a curriculum in your college that fundamentally is going to do you no good in the real world, okay, understand, I mean, it's just as simple as this. Go see who owns your college, okay? Go see how much money they're making off of your mind, okay? And then they get you into a situation to where they're going to indoctrinate you into a belief structure, okay, that is organized and constructed through many years of them enslaving you to believe certain things about your education, about life, your religion, your pursuit of happiness, that without them, none of these things could be accomplished. Okay, I worked for a man back some years back. Um, I really won't mention no names, but anyway, the man had a sixth grade education, and the man had a super company, real good guy to work for. Um, but let me put this in your head again: a sixth grade education. The man's a millionaire. Okay, one example of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds out there. Okay, didn't have no Ivy League education. Didn't have no piece of paper hanging on his wall, other than he was a master plumber. Okay, that's just one example. But if y'all will take that one example and go out in your own lives and see this for yourself, okay, successful don't mean brainwashed. Okay, these colleges is geared up and designed to take a free thinker, take that away from them. Okay, go in and find a subject matter that your professor's on if you don't believe this, and question his subject matter. See how far that gets you. Okay, if this institute was doing as they claimed, you should have a platform to do these things. Okay, I'm going to use a religious construct. Okay. You go in, you talk to your preacher, deacon, whatever title he wants to claim himself to be, and you start questioning his methods behind what he's trying to bring across as truth about God. Okay? If he will not allow himself to be questioned, that ain't much of a preacher. Okay? I don't even look at these people anymore as preachers. I look at them as subjects to the system, globalism, and falling under the doctrines known as the four hidden dynasties. They indoctrinate you. If you're in a financial situation, you're indoctrinated to money. Okay. If you're in an educational system, you're indoctrinated into a falsehood of uh, education, higher education now, that most things that you learn in college you hardly ever use in your life, period. Okay, so it's a bunch of useful junk that you're taught. I've been in college too. Most any subject matter always has history. Okay, to tell you where it come from, how it works, who invented it, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's useless. Okay, it shouldn't be no more than a one-page little thing other than an hour or two's worth of trying to indoctrinate you into, that's part of indoctrinating you into the system. Okay. Political system, same way. You're indoctrinated into becoming somebody that's a professional, educated liar. Period. Okay, what did I cover? Religious, educational. No, well, educational falls under the same pretenses as all the others. Okay, but anyway, I'm just trying to just classify some things in a manner to where somebody will pay attention, because it's not good. It's not good at all. Um, I just hope that there becomes a day when everybody has an understanding that they have a choice, they have a say in their life. Okay. But when you're looked at as a group collective and you're no different than the worker bee next to you, okay, collectivism don't work, never has worked. There's a passage somewhere in our Bible. I need to pull more scripture out, read y'all more scripture. But it speaks of people, city dwellers. Um, God didn't intend us to be this way. Man seen a way to captivate and allow prisons to be created, known as apartments, high rises. The new plantation, uh, it's pretty obvious for me. Okay, I lived in them growing up. Some is the projects. Okay, when the lower levels of people that should, I mean, be honest, they're more free thinkers than a lot of college educated professors. Okay, but they can't see past their own construct on what they've been caught up in. Okay. Um, Anytime anybody's ever promised me anything for free, uh, I kind of push them to the side and see what they're trying to sell me, because there's always a catch-22 somewhere. um, there's only a few things free in life, and it's nothing man will ever give you, okay, or any woman. I'm sure everybody out there have their own say-so in this. I'm gonna make this a short video, but I believe we ought to all start thinking for ourselves again, because well, correct, try to use the correct language so I'm not so un-PC correct. Okay, they have taken our will to think. Okay, reason, logic. I understand this because the chaos that's behind it. Okay, Corporate chaos is a design of the devil, period. Okay? He is the father. Okay? He is the expert master of deception, chaos, destruction. Uh, for the ones that don't want to believe in God, another way of looking at it is that at any time a man tells you he knows what's best for you, okay, you got to have an understanding that you was born here. You have blood in your system just like him. You put your pants on the same way as him. It might be a left leg or a right leg. Unless you're a fireman, then you got to jump in both at the same time. That's the only difference. Um, we are all created exactly the same. Okay? And what I mean by that is basic, elementary, rudiment thing to think about. I know, and some of this is going to sound kind of mean or hateful, might come off even sounding, uh, I don't know, just rude. Okay. If you cut yourself, do you not bleed? Okay. It's all the same color. I don't care what color you are on this earth. Okay. Basic facts. We all have eyes to see unless you're born blind or something happens as an accident. We all have ears to hear unless there's an accident or somebody goes and whacks your ears off. Okay. Um, we all have hair. We all have 2 feet, 2 hands, 2 legs. We all walk, talk, breathe, fart, pee, poop. All of our body function, all of our bodily functions are the same. Uh, we hate, we love, we laugh, we communicate. Um, and for the Darwinians out there, that was just another construct to take over the human mind in the colleges. Okay, I understand where that come from. For myself, not saying any of y'all out there want to buy into the tree hugging thing that we come from an amoeba. Okay, um, there's all kinds of things that shows that none of this could be even possible, other than man fooling with the genome and trying to corrupt it. Okay, it's a different subject, but if you go back in time and you start studying the fallen angels, you start seeing the fallen angels. A lot of things that they was doing was corrupting the seed, which is the bloodline, and coming up with all kinds of abominations against God. Okay, this bad and good's been here forever. Okay, it's a choice, and it's so easy to mask a lie in such a manner that it seems like the truth. I've heard this my whole life. If there's somebody standing in front of you, and I'm going to use the media, CNN, and a lot of these other ill reputes, I'll get it right in a minute, they have the ability to tell you the same lie over and over again to where it becomes the truth. Okay, because your mind accepts things, and they know this, they've been studying us for many years. We're complex to a point, and after that complexity goes away, they know how to manipulate us. Okay, sorry, I've been part of it too. I understand it. I'm trying my best to get away from it. I'm just hoping I can help get a few others away from it. Um, the lie becomes the truth when the lie is told over and over and over and over and over and over in many different ways, many different categories. And then it don't help to have a system starting from kindergarten up all the way through college, the higher educational level people, okay, doing the same thing, constructing a bullcrap system. But hey, we all have the choice to do or not do. Okay, so the multifaceted financial groups, okay, uh, there's a good read, or even just do a quick brief history search on Google. It's called Jekyll Island for the financial people. Okay. For the religious people, you might want to go look into an individual called Manly P. Hall. And you want to dig into some research and history and see how your churches and synagogues was put together. Um, you might start seeing how they've taken over and be standing in front of you, and you never know they're doing it. I had a friend of mine years ago that believed in a situation. If he ended up with an enemy, that he was always about revenge. Okay, but the way he'd carry out his revenge is he would make his enemy his best friend. Okay, he would get this person's confidence up so high with him that if he would have took and shoved a knife in the guy's throat, the guy would have swore up and down when the ambulance got there before he died that somebody else did it. He was that good of a master manipulator. Okay, and this friend of mine wasn't no highly educated individual, and he didn't really know anything about the human psyche other than he knew how to manipulate certain aspects of it correctly. He would have been somebody of great danger in a war situation. Okay, you got to understand. There's another book, The Art of War. I've skimmed through this thing uh, probably 5 or 6 different times. It's weird. I'll run up onto certain things and I'll read certain subject matters of it, but I understand the whole book is it's a divide and conquer situation strategy. Okay, one is confusion, one is to lie to your enemy. This divide and conquer situation, that's racism, period. Okay, when they can divide the population, remember, all of us bleed, all of us cry, all our blood runs red. Okay, that makes us all brothers and sisters. They don't want us to know that our common bond is that we're humans and we do have a creator. Okay, uh, and they've got multiple generations of people convinced because that was their set out to do. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. Like I said, I ain't gonna let this and carry on like I did the other one. I'm still trying to download it. It takes forever to do anything on YouTube anymore. I know there's other platforms and stuff out here, and I believe that it's heading in that direction. I'll try to finish this up. I got about 2 minutes. But I'm just asking everybody to please start thinking for themselves. Something we all have in common. Okay? Something we was all given the ability to do. And don't grab something and just slam it in your forehead because somebody standing in front of you standing there with 4 doctorates. Okay? That don't make that man smart. How many times do you got to stick your hand in a pot of boiling hot water before you yank your hand out and understand it burns the shit out of you? It only takes once. Okay? But understand to question everything. I had a individual I was listening to and it made good sense. We as human beings and adults, okay, and I'm sure there's some moms and dads out there who understand this because I've seen it myself and I don't have no kids, but I've seen it for myself and I kind of remember back when I was a kid that at any time that you got scolded or something come up, or we was always had the ability to ask why. Okay, explain it to us. Well, after we get to a certain age in this world, why no longer exists, if anybody's ever noticed. Okay, outside of the free thinkers. Okay, please become free thinkers again. God bless y'all. Love y'all. I'm just hoping that we're heading in the right direction. I believe we are, and I'm hoping that the Lord will help keep opening these doors and windows because we need a whole lot more of us to understand that what we're dealing with is just not of this world and man. Okay. Love y'all. Peace. And God bless.